Hey everyone, welcome back to our Heritage Group channel. My name is G, and today we're presenting a 1964 Chevy Impala SS. This is a part of our white glove service cars. If you don't know about our white glove service, make sure to check it out on our website. That's where we help our clients sell their cars at online auctions. We take care of photography, videos, marketing, and auction management. So let's talk about this 64 Impala here. Now, this Impala belongs to a client of ours. We're helping them sell this car. This is a 64, like mentioned. It's a SS, and it's finished in black over black. This car is in great shape for the age of the car. The owner has spent over $90,000 on this car, from replacing the engine, the transmission, and everything else in between. Right now, this is a great driver, sounds fantastic, and gets a lot of looks everywhere it goes. So let's start with the exterior on this car. Now, the exterior is finished in black. As you can see, it has bright chrome trim all the way around. I love the design of the chrome moldings on the doors here with the brushed aluminum look on it. And it has the SS Impala badges, Chevy badges up front, Impala badges in the rear, as well as the Chevy badge. And overall, it's in great shape aesthetically, and it looks the part as well. So besides the paint job, you'll notice that it's been fitted with some aftermarket wheels. The front wheels on this car are 18-inch diameter, and the rear wheels are 20-inch diameter wheels. They look really good on the car. I think it really completes the look and makes it look very mean. The chrome on the car really pops and contrasts with the black paint job. So you'll automatically spot it on the streets. You'll know it's an old school American classic when you see it riding by. And I think the owner's done a great job on this car. Now, when it comes to the paint, some spots on the paint, like mentioned, and you can see in the photos in the gallery as well, some parts are starting to chip, especially right here at the corner of the trunk. But otherwise, the rest of it is in good shape. All right, so let's move on to the interior on this Impala. Now, as you can see, in the interior, it's finished in black as well. You have black leather and vinyl all around the inside of the car. The interior is in fantastic shape, just like the exterior of the car. You have your black carpets, the original carpets on the car. You have your black seats, the front and rear seats. Black door panels, all of it in great shape. I don't see any cracking or rips or anything like that. The only crack I do see is on the dashboard on the passenger side, but I mean, that's normal, you know, that's given. The fact that there's only one crack on it is surprising. On the interior, what's been updated, you'll see at the bottom you have an added water temperature gauge, and in the middle over here you have a touchscreen display that's been set up. This controls the music and everything else. And the dash, you'll notice you have your speedometer, goes to 120 miles an hour, your fuel gauge, your check lights, hot, cold, oil, and generator. This car has been fitted with an alternator, so no more generator. And at the end, you have your clock. So this car, the inside, like I said, it's in fantastic shape. And it's very comfortable, you know. The seats you could sit on for as long as you want. You could take this on cross-country road trip or drive up the coast, wherever you like. You won't get tired of it. You won't get sick of it. It just begs to be driven some more, you know. And it really feels nice in here. Although it's mostly stock, it's been updated, the sound system and the center display, like I said, so it gives it a modern touch. So you're not left too far behind from technology. It's a perfect blend, I believe. And besides the seats, your center console where the shifter is, you'll notice that has a brushed aluminum trim as well. It really looks great and it matches the exterior trim that's on the door. And your headliner, it's a black perforated headliner in this. It looks brand new. No rips, no tears, no sagging, and overall in fantastic shape. On your passenger side, you'll see right underneath the glove box, the owner has fitted a gauge and switches for the air ride suspension. Now the left two switches control the front air rides and the right two switches control the rear air rides. So you can control them individually, even one corner at a time. If you just want to lift up the front left corner or front right or rear left or right, that's possible as well. And usually when we're driving it, we have the airbags set on medium to high height, just so we don't scrape and no rubbing and everything is fine. And when we come to a stop, we usually air it all the way down to the floor just to relieve pressure from the airbags. Otherwise, holds air fine and drives fine too. All right. So moving on to the engine of this car, there's been a lot of work done on it. So this car has gone to Chubby's Automotive. Chubby has installed a 350 engine in this from a Corvette. So what they did was they used the block of the 350 and they used the aluminum heads that the seller had, put it onto the block and put an Edelbrock intake kit with the upgraded carburetor and finished it up. Now, this car runs pretty strong. It's got plenty of power to get up to speed, whether you're in the streets or on the freeway cruising, so there's no issues or worries about that. You'll see one battery up here. We recently have had a second battery installed in the trunk, and that was for the air ride suspension alone. So now it's split into two. You have the battery supplying the accessories up front and the battery supplying the air ride suspension in the back. Battery voltage, everything is good, and starts up every single time, drives great as well. So the engine on this car was replaced and rebuilt not too long ago. We've driven it a good amount, so taken it to the studio for the photo shoots, to do our videos and all of that, and it's been a blast to drive. It sounds fantastic with the side pipes coming out of right underneath the car, and it just turns heads everywhere it goes. You know, it puts a smile on your face when you're driving it. And I feel like it's what these cars should have been like from the factory to start with. You could see that the radiator has been replaced as well with an aftermarket unit. I believe it looks like a 3-row radiator, if I'm not mistaken. That's to keep the temperatures down and keep it going strong. And along with the radiator, on the back side, they've added 2 electric fans as well. We added invoices recently covering the entire brake conversion. This was converted from drums to discs all around. I think the owner spent over $6,000 just for the upgrade to disc brakes. I mean, no expenses were spared on this thing. You know, it's been a passion project for the seller. It's been one of his dream cars, and unfortunately, due to unforeseen expenses, he must sell this car. So we're looking forward to seeing it go to its next caretaker. So now that we're in the Impala, let's talk about how this car drives. Let me adjust my mirrors. All right. So first thoughts on this car. I hadn't driven an Impala before. This was the first Impala that I had driven. Although I have driven other classic American muscle cars, so they're for the most part similar, but with their own differences, of course. Now this Impala, my first thoughts on it was it feels like a boat. You know, I've had some big cars before. This just, I think it beats all of them. It has a presence to it, you know, and it makes you acknowledge it. Whether you want to or not, you're gonna turn around and look and see what that car is. And it's not just the sound. Like I said, this is a big car, so wherever you go, it's not, you can't miss it. Now, with that said, although it's a big car, it's very easy to maneuver. The light steering of the American classic cars makes it a blast to just get around. And just driving this car is pretty effortless. It's very smooth. You feel laid back. I feel like I'm sitting on my couch right now. And it's very comfortable. And it's a cruiser, you know. Although it has the power to get up and go, if you step on it, you want to just take it slow, enjoy the ride, and just check out the scenery, make sure everyone else sees you around, and just enjoy your time, you know. The steering on this car is very light. It steers straight, and the braking on the car is pretty sensitive. I mean, brakes on this car are a lot better than any other American muscle car that I've driven. It feels a lot more modern. It's soft, not too soft. It just feels right, you know. The gas on the car, so although it is missing a gas pedal, it's pretty easy. You can't miss it with your foot. You always know where it is, and anytime you step on it, that V8 sound from the side pipes and the acceleration, it just makes it all worth it. Listen to that thing go. Again, like I said, this is more of a cruiser. You want to enjoy your time in this car, and it's exactly what it does, you know. The sound on the car, coming out of this 350 engine, is just mesmerizing. That V8, that gurgle that it has coming out of the side pipes, it sounds so better in person. Not sure how our microphone is catching all this sound, but trust me, it sounds a lot better in person. Let's get around this car. Fantastic daily driver. If you're the type of person that's looking for something fun, just to make your commutes that much better, this is a great car for that. And or if you're looking for something that you can just take out on the weekends to your local car shows or whatnot, this also works, you know. It's a shame not to drive this car, just because of how good it feels. It just keeps asking for more. Literally every single person on the street that I'm passing is just turning around and looking at this thing. Even got a nice car a little bit ago from one of the guys all the way across on the other side of the street. So if that's what you're after, this is literally the best car. The black paint job on it, just looks so mean, shines nice under the sun, and the interior is fresh. Drivetrain sounds great, drives great. I mean, I don't know what more you would want from a car, you know. So this Impala is up at auction right now, and there's only a few days left until it ends. If you're interested in the car, please make sure to put your bids in on time. Don't wait until the last second. Remember, if you're a new bidder, the clock resets at the 2-minute mark. So if you have bids, get your bids in while you can. And this is one car you don't want to miss out on. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, or hit that contact seller button and send us a message directly, and we'll see you all soon. Happy bidding.